I think they need to have a better understanding of what Gettysburg is, that it's a very welcoming community here in Pennsylvania that people should want to come to find out and explore. You're going to have your good food. You're going to have a little bit of arts and theater. You're going to have your wineries. And yes, you'll have the battlefields. My name is Christine Campbell. I am one of the co-owners of the Keystone Inn. I own it with my brothers Patrick and Stephen. I come from a big family, and part of the reason we got the inn was that we could find a place where all of us could gather around for the holidays. My great-grandfather was granted a piece of land from. He didn't say it was his owner, but basically it was an owner. He was an indentured servant on this property. And so, when I started dreaming of having a bed and breakfast, I'd be like, how great would this? We can convert the big house into a bed and breakfast. We can have those 3 small cabins kind of converted into high-end cabins. And then we'd have the beer garden as a place to hang out. So we kind of dreamed about it for a while. We wanted a place that had gathering spaces outside of the bedrooms. We wanted people to be able to come and gather and have a good time. We wanted a place that was on or near the Underground Railroad, and we wanted some place that had a little bit of a tourist attraction. Patrick lives in Hanover, Maryland. Stephen lives in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and I live in Washington, D.C. So we were all looking for some place that was within like 90 minutes from our homes. When we walked into the Keystone Inn, all 3 of us knew, we're like, this is it. We were excited to have the bed and breakfast, and then we were pleasantly surprised at how welcomed we were into the Gettysburg community. Black entrepreneurship has been really important to our family in general. My parents were very strong on us doing what we could to make sure that we are telling an accurate story of our people, as well as carrying on a legacy of pride. We've had a couple of historians who've stayed here over the years who have really worked with us to make sure we're getting the history right. What was it like for African Americans to be living in Gettysburg during the battle? What was their role? How did they contribute to the success of Gettysburg? And that's been incredibly rewarding. We will do what we can to be able to tell that story. Like I said, tell the full story. So this is the kind of spirit that was always instilled within us, that we're not just living for our time, but we are living for future generations. So anywhere we went, we were going to be involved in the community and being able to promote that spirit, that legacy of entrepreneurship, that legacy of who we are as a people. So when we got to Gettysburg, that was instilled in us. And it's been easy to some degree because the ground was ripe for that. I think they need to have a better understanding of what Gettysburg is, that it's a very welcoming community here in Pennsylvania that people should want to come to find out and explore. You're going to have your good food. You're going to have a little bit of arts and theater. You're going to have your wineries. And yes, you'll have the battlefields. We are a well-run business. This is not just something we just kind of came up with off the top of our head and thought we'd open the doors and throw some oatmeal at you. We really pay attention to the quality of the breakfasts we provide. We pay attention to the quality of rooms we serve. We make sure that we have a real strong business plan. We make sure that our guest experience is a priority. And, as a Black woman all my life, I've had to kind of be more on point than a lot of people to be considered equal to others. So we carry that responsibility that the business that we're running, we know we've got to do it as well, if not better than others, to be considered equal. And we take that responsibility on willingly, so if we can open a door for other Black-owned businesses, Black-owned bed and breakfasts, not only here in Pennsylvania, but across the country, we're happy to take that on. Bed and breakfast culture is so conducive to the African American experience, and people just don't know that. That's not how it's historically viewed. So it's about gathering. It's about going on vacation and feeling like you're at home. It's about having really nice things. These bed and breakfasts aren't what they were, how they were pictured. They're not old houses with doilies on absolutely everything. You can get good food and really good quality service and still have a sense of what I like to call casual elegance, comfortability. I am happiest when I have my guests come down and they can come down in their slippers because they feel like it's home. So that kind of just feeds into the African American culture. I call this place my happy place.